Okay, now I'm going to explain the second approach of doing the same problem, stick problem. Again, I will take a stick. Okay, so let me use the black pen. Okay, and I'm drawing the stick as usual, which is having endpoints x and y. And now the difference is that this time I'm going to choose points at random rather than segment lengths at random. Okay, let me again mark the 2 points A and B. Now the way we do this here is, firstly, the 2 points are thrown at random, which means the point A could have been anywhere between x and y. Likewise, point B also could have been anywhere between the same length of x and y. So this means when I'm throwing points at random, it could have been that A is actually coming on this side and B is coming on this side. Whereas earlier when we did with segments, we always chose a segment, and then depending on where the segment ended, we chose the second segment. So that is the difference between the two approaches in terms of how we are sampling either the points or the segments. So now when we are going to choose points at random like this, again the condition is that the three segments formed by the ultimately formed should form a triangle, which means we still continue to have the condition that segment 1 plus segment 2 has to be greater than segment 3 for any two segments that we choose, and this implies that segment 1 plus segment 2 is greater than L by 2. It also implies that each of the segments 1, 2 or 3, they are all less than L by 2. So this we will continue to need this. So now the difference is that when we choose the 2 points A and B, we can straight away we notice that if, let me write it, if A and B both lie in the interval 0, L by 2, implies no triangle, right? Because what it means is, if both A and B lie in 0, L by 2, it means XA and AB together will have a length less than L by 2, which violates this condition. Okay. Similarly, if A, B both lie in L by 2, L, even then no triangle, for the same reason, because in both these cases we would have in the second case we would have YA plus YB or YB plus YA, depending on which one is to the right or left. The sum of those two segments will end up becoming less than L by 2. In the first case, it would be XA plus XB would be less than L by 2. So in either of, so it means if we need to form a triangle, we need to have A in 0, L by 2 and B in L by 2, L, or the other way around. Okay, so there are these two, only under these two possibilities we can actually have a triangle. When this is a necessary condition, it's not sufficient. Now when will this happen? This means the probability of A being in 0, L by 2 is 1/2, multiplied by B being in this is another 1/2. So this is, but then there is an OR condition. So that is again a 1/2 times a 1/2. So together this is a probability of 1/2 that the one of the points is in the left half and the other is in the right half. Okay, so let me now do one thing. I will save this page. Let me see how to save this page. This is the first time I'm doing it. Let me see how to save this page so that I can go on to the next page. Save, export. Image. Okay, I'll save it as a high quality image. Okay, not a high quality, a regular image I have saved it as, and I will just give it a name 1. Okay, it's in my documents. Okay, now having done this, let me now, is there a way I can go on my whiteboards? Okay, so let me create a new whiteboard. Okay, so in this new whiteboard, I have the old, I'll keep it open in case I need to. It's so difficult till I figure out. Okay, so this is the new whiteboard I have. If I want to go back to the old whiteboard, if I want to refer to it, I guess I can go back. Where is it? Let me keep that other one open. I think I put it under documents. Okay, let me keep this open. Okay, so that I can refer to it as required. But I have finished with, so let me come to this new whiteboard. This one. Okay. So, so what we realized is that the probability of having one of the points in 0, L by 2 and other point in L by 2, L is 1/2. I calculated it. Now we don't know which is which, but this is a necessary condition. Now, so now we have this same segment where one of the points is in the, so this is 0, this is L by 2 here, and this is L. All we know is there is a point here which I will now call P. There is a point here Q. Why am I calling it P and Q and not A and B? Because it could have been that A is P and B is Q, or it could have been that A is Q and B is P. Because we are choosing points at random, A could have been to the right. But the probability that we finally have one point on this side and one point on this side is 1/2. Now we need to, so this is a necessary condition. Now this is not all. We need to still follow the condition that each of the segments, all the segments, whether it is segment 1, segment 2 or segment 3, they are all less than L by 2. This is a necessary and sufficient condition, because given that segment 1 plus segment 2 plus segment 3 is equal to L, if each one of them is L by 2, we are guaranteed that sum of any two is going to be greater than the third. Okay, so now we are guaranteed that OP is less than L by 2 because P lies in the first. We are guaranteed that QL is again less than L by 2 because Q lies in the right. But we still do not know about PQ. Okay. But we do know that PQ can be anything between 0 is less than PQ is less than L. Why is that? Because P and Q could have been right next to each other here, or they could have been all the way separated close to L. Now we know that this is kind of uniformly distributed because these points are at random. When we are putting these points randomly on the line, there is equal probability for it to be anywhere between 0 and L. However, we want it to be less than L by 2, which means only in 50% of the cases, which means the probability is half for PQ, which is the third segment, to be less than L by 2. Now we already have a probability of half for the first point to be in the first half and the second point to be in the second half. So this, along with the fact that PQ has to be less than L by 2, implies probability is 1 by 2 times 1 by 2 equal to 1 by 4 for points to be in such a manner that triangle can be formed. Okay, I'm passing.